Hello LAP, this is Brandon Rice here coming to you with your Chairman's Report. The hot topic of the week obviously is Subpay. I want to give a few updates on that, get some information out and hopefully calm the nerves a little bit. It's not lost on us that there's a lot of concern, a lot of stress, and a lot of heartache over this. We know that there's people out there who have an invalid claim and have not received a check since our last paycheck. We know that the majority of the plant was on their waiting week, so they've gotten $600 from UI, and that's all they've gotten since their last paycheck. And some people are lucky enough they've gotten 2 weeks of unemployment, but that's still not anywhere close to the normal income that you're used to and what your household needs to run off of. None of that is lost on us. We are working diligently with the company to try and get this done as quickly as possible. We've even offered some of our own resources up if needed. We've been having conversations with the labor supervisor, the HR manager, and even labor affairs, trying to figure out how to get this done as quickly as possible. I can tell you that labor does have all hands on deck right now. Their labor reps are working pretty much exclusively on unemployment subcards right now. I do want to ask everybody to try your best to be patient and limit the number of emails and phone calls to labor relations right now to check up on that. And the reason that I'm asking that is because it's actually slowing the process down. What they're ending up with is excessive emails in the inbox that they've got to try and filter through to find your claim and your sub card and get all of your stuff worked out. They're getting drawn away from working on the sub to answer phone calls to ask about sub. So if you can try to limit that, they are trying to follow up with everybody and let them know when there's this process. They are definitely following up with anybody that they're needing additional information from. So you may see a follow-up email from them, but I want to ask you to try and limit your reach outs. We've had some people that have sent 8 or 9 emails to labor asking about their sub, where it's at, when it's paying, do you have everything that I need? We've had people that have turned in 6 sub cards. Some of them, every one of them is the exact same. Some of them are different. But either way, labor has to take all 6 of those sub cards with your name on them, figure out which one is the accurate one and the correct one to use. And that's slowing the process down even more. Now, if you filled one out and you're pretty sure that you've got it wrong, by all means, turn in a corrected one. But there's no need to send the same sub card over and over and over. It's just slowing the process down. So, as far as the sub, I've had a lot of phone calls asking about a check stub that went up last week for $0. And they thought that was their sub and that they got sub for 0, trying to figure out what happened. I want to clear that part up too. So the new payroll site actually puts a check stub up regardless if you worked or not. So everybody that's laid off, you're going to see a check stub show up for $0 every week. Worked or not, it generates a check stub. It's a little confusing. It's not what we're used to, but that's what it does. Now, what I have found from looking at it with labor, it appears those checks are all dated for Friday. That's your normal check. From what we're seeing, the sub checks are all either dated for Monday or Wednesday. So if you see a check dated for Monday or Wednesday that doesn't look right, that's when you need to have concern, get a hold of one of us, get a hold of labor. If you see a check dated for Friday with $0 on it, that is not something you need to worry about. That is just what the new payroll system does on a week when you did not work. I wanted to clear that up real quick. Let's see, our trades. We had the snowstorm that came through Sunday night. First shift trades, we did get a level 3 act of God for you guys. So what that means is if you did not make it into work, you're going to receive short work week for that shift, 8 hours of short work week. If you did make it into work, you are going to receive all hours worked, and they will not count against you for short work week. So you will also receive 8 hours of short work week for that day. Just wanted to make sure all of the trades were aware of that. On the work search front, I know we've had a lot of conversation about that. Spoke with some folks from Frankfurt today, and that is still very much in motion and a very hot conversation that they are having. I can't sit here and tell you work search is going to go away on Tuesday, but I can tell you that it is still something that they are trying to craft some language to try and assist us on. So I wanted to let everybody know about that as well. Only other thing I want to make sure everybody knows that our union meeting has been moved. It's typically the second Tuesday of the month. That has been moved to the first Tuesday, so it's going to be February 3rd at the KTP Hall at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's all that I've got for this week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.